Engineers Inspector Summary Video. We're here in Millford, Massachusetts. We got a fire escape here, balcony with a ladder, all welded construction. Let's start off with a few things. It needs a full paint job, that's the first thing. This fire escape looks like it's under 25 years old because of the type of grading and the type of railings and the type of construction that it has. I don't believe it has lead, but that needs to be verified. But the main issue on this fire escape, it's an all welded fire escape. So let's talk about all the issues that need to be done. The code requires that I either load test this fire escape or I issue a certification in lieu of a load test that proves that the fire escape has adequate strength. But because it's all welded, every one of these welds is compromised, and I have to either X-ray them or load test them to prove them. So let me tell you what you can do in order to avoid the load test, and that is reinforce all the welds with a bolted clip, and that'll avoid the load test. So let's go into exactly what needs to be done. First thing is zoom in on those through bolts, and even though it has through bolts, these are undersized through bolts. They should be at least 5/8, if not 3/4, and these over here, I see them to be only at most probably a 1/2 inch through bolted plate. So those need further verification through the inside or update. You need to upgrade them to at least 5/8. The other possibility, if you wish to avoid going into the building, we can put a leg here straight to the ground on both sides, and then we just put a sonotube here 4 feet down, and then put 2 legs here, and we avoid the need to have to go through the building. That'll avoid having to load test it on the through bolt part of it, because we can either upgrade the through bolts to 5/8 or put legs to the ground with sonos, and you're probably going to use here 3x3 angle by quarter. Okay, every single one of these are original hardware, as you can see, so that some of them have, if you can see one up there, it's already starting to unscrew, so all these need to be tightened in and verified to make sure they're not pulling out for any reason. And then you should seal them at the top, because water gets in here and feeds water to the lag screw. The lag screw then feeds water to the wood, and that's what makes it soft, and they start coming out by themselves. So the entire ladder is all welded, so I can't verify this weld. So the only thing I can do, as soon as I put a bolt, I don't need to X-ray or load test this weld. Every single one of these rungs, which is not a traditional rung because this was homemade ladder, needs a clip over here with a bolt and a bolt, so that these welds, which I need to X-ray or load test, as soon as I put in a little clip in here with a 3/8 clip right here, with an angle clip here with a 3/8 bolt, I don't have to verify the weld. Getting onto the bracket that goes around it, those flats going around, they just need to be drilled and bolted so that we can guarantee that those are going to hold you in case something happens, because the welds are suspect and non-verifiable without an X-ray. The whole grating and the frame, the entire frame, if you go on this frame, 2x2, it's all, you can see when you zoom into the nose, you can see all the rust building up in that connection. Again, those are welded connections, and they typically will do that. They'll start rusting from the inside out. But as soon as you blow a hole through that with a 5/8 bolt, you don't need to load test it. So at the front, the back, and at the bottom, all those welds need to be backed up and reinforced with a bolt. You avoid the necessity of X-raying or load testing this bracket. Both brackets got to have the same job done. Notice the railing and the posts are secured to the grating, which is incorrect. So the posts must tie into the support, not to the grating. So that's improper supporting of that won't take a lateral load test. The railing should be tied back to the building to help further secure this fire escape platform. It's not always necessary, but in this case I would recommend tying it back to the building for additional stability. And the grating is traditional grating built in the past 25 years, so that's why I estimate this fire escape to be 25 plus minus years old. The railing is all traditional, so the posts, the corners, the railing pickets just need to be verified. They don't have to be reinforced with bolts, but they need to be verified because they're all welded. And what else do we have here? And the jump is usually 7 to 9 feet. This one is about 6 feet to the ground. It's fine. And that's the reason why this fire escape did not pass inspection. Any questions? Fire escape engineers, inspector summary video. This is Inspector Meneses. 866-649-0333. 866-649-0333 if you have any questions. The city official in Millford, they're going to want you to have, if you're going to do any work here, you must have a permit, you must pull a permit if you're going to do any work here. They're going to want you to have engineer oversight so that whatever vendor's doing this work must be overseen by a structural engineer or a fire escape engineer. And all this must be okayed through the city official prior to any work being commenced, because if you're going to do the load test or a refurbishment in lieu of a load test, all this must be done through the city official, and that he must have the okay on that so that he knows whether a load test is coming or a certification is coming. Any questions? 866-649-0333 or call your local building official in the town of Millford and ask him what the requirements are going to be for this fire escape.